Hello, and welcome back to NeoEnglish, the podcast that helps you learn real, useful English by talking about the news.
That's right. Today, we're talking about a story from Investopedia. It's about what happened in the U.S. stock market. The Dow Jones dropped 1,000 points and the Nasdaq fell 4%. Sounds serious, right?
Yes, it's not a good day for the market. But don't worry, we're going to explain everything using simple English. You'll understand what happened and learn useful vocabulary too.
Let's start with the headline. Dow drops 1,000 points, Nasdaq plunges 4%. That's a lot. But first, what is the Dow Jones?
Good question. The Dow Jones is short for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's a number that shows how 30 big American companies are doing in the stock market.
If the Dow goes down, it often means most big companies are not doing well. For example, companies like Coca-Cola or Apple are part of the Dow.
Yes, and the Nasdaq is another stock index. It's mostly made up of tech companies, like Facebook or Amazon. When the Nasdaq falls 4%, that means tech stocks are having a bad day.
So when the story says the Dow drops 1,000 points, it's like saying the price of many big company stocks went down a lot in one day.
Exactly. And that's scary for investors, people who put their money into the market hoping to make more money in the future.
But why did this happen? What caused the big drop?
According to the story, it's because the market had a big rise right before, and now it's going back down. That's really common. It's called a market correction.
A correction just means the market is trying to adjust after a big jump or drop. Think of it like this: if you jump really high, you also have to come down, right?
That's a great example. Another example. Imagine you overeat one day. The next day you might eat less. That's your body correcting itself. The stock market does the same.
The article also says this happened even after President Trump said there would be a pause in some tariffs. Let's explain.
Sure, a tariff is a tax on goods from another country. So if the US puts a tariff on steel from China, companies have to pay more for it.
That can make people worry about a recession. That's when the economy slows down and people lose jobs or spend less money.
But Trump announced a pause in these tariffs, and that helped the market go up the day before. People felt hopeful.
Yes, but the next day the market went down again. Maybe investors felt the good news wouldn't last long.
Let's look at another part of the article. It says, major indexes still on track to break 2-week losing streaks.
Let's break that down. A losing streak is when something loses again and again over time. For example, if a football team loses 3 games in a row, that's a losing streak.
In the same way, if the market is down for 2 weeks, we call it a 2-week losing streak. This shows hope that things may still get better by the end of the week.
So even with the drop today, the article says the markets might still be better than they were 2 weeks ago.
Now, let's go over the important vocabulary and phrases we learned today.
First, stock market. This is where people buy shares or small parts of companies.
Drop, like the Dow dropped 1,000 points, means prices went lower.
Plunge is similar to drop, but stronger. It means fall fast and deep. For example, the Nasdaq plunged 4%.
Market correction. This means the market is fixing itself after going too high or too low.
Tariff. This is a tax on goods coming from another country. Tariffs can affect prices and business decisions.
Recession. This is when the economy slows down. People lose jobs, and it becomes hard to make money.
And losing streak. When something like a team or a stock market keeps losing for a period of time.
Let's remember the whole story using easy English.
One day, the U.S. stock market went up a lot because the president said he would pause some new taxes or tariffs on foreign products.
But the next day, the market dropped again. The Dow down 1,000 points and the Nasdaq down 4%.
Even though that's bad news, the market may still show a small win for the week, breaking a 2-week losing streak.
And that's why headlines like these are important. And learning the words around them helps you understand the world and practice English.
We hope today's lesson helped you understand a difficult news story in a simple way.
If you found this episode useful, feel free to share it with your friends who want to learn English.
Thanks for listening to NeoEnglish. See you next time.
Bye for now. Keep learning.